Now I've been jibbing at this video for a few weeks because I know the stick I'll get. Anyway, I was talking to my mates a couple of days ago and I was telling them a bit about it and they said, yeah, go on, you know, so why not, you know, let's have a laugh. Anyway, on Saturday morning, last Saturday morning going to Field Bangers, it was 7:15 in the morning, I was up early and there was very light traffic about. Anyway, we went over the bridge and I'm doing 30 mile an hour, keeping to the speed limit. We get on the contraflow, and now it's not a problem, by the way. No, it wasn't a problem, but a Golf come flying past me about 50 against the contraflow. There was no one about, you know, it wasn't dangerous or anything like that. So we were coming down here, and I just got to about here somewhere, just here. And he come flying past me. There was nothing coming, it wasn't dangerous. Now we're doing 60 mile an hour along here, because it's 60 limit. Anyway, on the trip, coming and going, there was 6-7 cars flew past me while I was doing the speed limit. I don't care, they'll get the fines. Anyway, you know, so we're doing the speed limit, and we're coming up to the 40 limits. So what you have to do is, it's ever so simple, just shut off, and enter the 40s at 40. Now there's a bend here, so you have to even go slower than that. So anyway, we carry on around the bend, and the thing is, just stick, you know, so the obvious answer is stick to the speed limit, right? Dead simple, and then you won't get speeding fines. Anyway, if you want to hear some decent stories, a decent story, and some interesting history, stay tuned. Hey, because it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? You know, it's just a bit of fun. So just along here we come to the 30s, and so I slow up to 30, of course. You know, it's ever so simple, as I said. Anyway, in a little while I'll show you how to check your speedo, you know, and tell you what speed you. I mean, here it's built up area, no speed limit sign, so it's 30 mile an hour. It's amazing how many people don't know what the speed limit's supposed to be. Well, I've moved to this nice little spot, and it's a bit breezy, as you can see, and stop the wind noise, you know, instead of turning around and just showing you the nice Lincolnshire countryside, just a little bit of it. Anyway, now the history lesson, right? And I think if I sit in the car, the wind from the back of us, it might stop the wind noise, that's all it is. Right, in 1973 there was the first oil crisis. And petrol doubled in price that year. I mean, it was a huge jump. So there was a lot less traffic on the road. And at the end of the year, and I've looked it up, it was December the 8th, they brought the first blanket limit of 50 miles an hour on all roads, to except motorways, I think. I'll have to look that up again. But anyway, all roads had the first blanket limit. Now these roads, by the way, then were unrestricted. And because most cars today, I mean, an Astra van got clocked 138 on the motorway the other week, but I mean, most cars, very few cars did 100 mile an hour. Most people trundled around at 45, and we drove about at 70 or 80, like, you know. But most people went pretty steady. Anyway, they brought this blanket limit out, and what had happened was, I was on my last life. Right, now we'll get to that story. About 18 months earlier, probably, I was running a 100E, an old 100E. That had a week MOT left on it. And a week before, the handbrake cable broke. So, of course, I didn't bother mending it, I just tied it around the back axle. Anyway, I was bringing my mate home from the coast one night, you know, early morning, coming from Alford, near Ulsby, and unbeknown to me, it fell off. Well, it was leaving a trail of sparks under the car light. So, going up the hill, these lights suddenly appeared behind me. I thought someone racing me. And, oh no, blue lights. It was coppers, of course. It got any speedo work? Yes. Did the handbrake work? Yes. Pulled it up. It didn't, like I knew it didn't. So, anyway, I got done for no handbrake. And also, I was unlucky because my front tyre had a little bald patch on it. I stopped with that showing, so I got done for those two. And 2 endorsements. Now, If you got 3 endorsements, you lost your licence. There was no ifs or buts. Mitigating circumstances could cut it down from 6 months to 2 or 3 months, but there was, you know, you lost your licence. But that was at 3 different court cases. Anyway, it'll be, I don't know, probably 6 weeks later I'd changed my 100E and got my frog eye Sprite, which I showed you the thing. So I'm coming out of Horncastle, again about 1 in the morning, dry moonlight night, and the blooming frog eye, they've got a rev counter and a speedo that are a matched pair. And I looked at the, you know, it was a new car to me, you know, and I was looking round it a bit, and as I say, it was a clear dry night, and I thought I'd do about 40. Anyway, lights appeared again, you know, blue light on the top, and I got done for speeding. Apparently I was doing 55, you know. Blooming police car must have followed me without lights on or on side lights behind, because there certainly wasn't any headlights. There was nothing, I mean, there was nothing on the road, you know. So anyway, I got done for speeding, and the blooming court cases were a fortnight apart. So I went from a clean licence to my last life. Anyway, I sort of, as the wind dropped a bit, we'll try a walkabout, but I'm not sure. So you might hear a little bit of wind noise. I'll walk up and down a bit just to show you, because it's quite pretty around here. Anyway, I was on my last life, and I sort of kept to speed limits. Now by this time, which would be, like 9 months later, next summer anyway, I was running a Morris 1000 pickup, and we're at the coast again at Skeg, and I shot down, as I say, I more or less kept to speed limits, but this night we shot down to the high street to the fish shop. It was known as Fish and Chip Alley, and we shot down there. Anyway, this copper come up and said, "How fast were you going?" Oh, 30 mile an hour. Why? I was doing about 50, I think. Anyway, he says, "Oh, well, anyway, you've got a back light and a front light, side light out." So, sure enough, I had. Anyway, I got home and they were on, and Moggy 1000s are notorious for them corroding. So anyway, I cleaned the bulbs up. Next week I went back to Skeg again. Same copper was there, the lights had gone out again, same lights. Well, we stopped in a nice spot on a crossroads and south of Lincoln. And we know these roads crisscross a bit. Nice little valley over there, we could take it and show you. And I did this now, I'm hoping I've got rid of that camera rattle that I had. Anyway, I bought one of these little tripod things. And so it should work, and I can stand it there, you see. So I can show you things. Anyway, you need to know how fast you're going, obviously, as I said. Well, the thing what you need is obviously a GPS. And I've got one of those, right? And I bought it in 2002 when I had that. Now, most people today, of course, have one, because they've got a sat-nav, same thing. And it tells you how fast you're going. There you go. Now my sat-nav's come on, so instead of driving along the road to do it, I'm just going to walk and show you just a few steps, just to show you what you have to do. It's not the nice day it was yesterday. Anyway, we're organised. So, what I have to do with this, they're brilliant little things. I was very impressed. It was expensive when I got it, by the way. It was very expensive. I want trip computer. Here we are. Now on the top, and I'm only doing it outside because I did it in the car and you couldn't see it. That was the problem. Now as you're moving, look, that records your speed. Right. As you're moving, look, that records your speed. We all know this. But it's calculating how fast I'm going, and because it's a cloudy day, it's not keeping up very well. But I hope you can see that, you know, I think the clouds are stopping it a bit. So it's a little bit slow. Anyway, it records how fast you're going, and it's accurate. That's all we've got to tell you, right? So what you do, you drive along at 30 miles an hour, and showing on this. Get back in the car again, and then we can show you. Because as I said, I tried it. I've tried it going along, and it didn't work. So, drive along at 30 miles an hour on your sat nav, and look at your speedo. Now I've done this, and you do it at 30, 40, 50, 60, right? 70 if you like. That's not too important, but the ones where the cameras are going to get you. And you'll find out that, I mean, I did this, and within a mile or 2 miles an hour, my speedometer is accurate. So that's why I know that if my speedometer says 30 miles an hour, I can do that. Now there's another reason today, by the way, and this came quite by accident. Because of the standard of driving, which seems to have dropped ever since I passed my test, the standard of driving seems to be less every year. Well, it just seems that it's one less thing that you have to worry about on the roads today. I thought, oh, I've got to lose my licence now. Anyway, I suppose the courts were fair to me because I got quite a large fine and didn't get an endorsement, so I didn't lose my licence. I suppose they wanted me to keep working, of course. Anyway, after that, I kept the speed limits. I thought, right, they're not having my licence. And so, and during the time, and this is why I was telling you about the 50 mile an hour blanket speed limit, during that time, that was on, and so I kept speed limits, and it becomes habit. So this is the whole point of all these stories and everything else, it's just habit. So if you don't want speeding fines, you know, keep speed limits. It's not rocket science. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. Bit of a long narrative, I know, but I've tried to move about and make it slightly interesting for you. Alright, we'll see if this one works out. I did this all yesterday and the whole thing was a disaster. Camera rattled, tried it on this tripod, it vibrated, all sorts. Anyway, enough waffle. We'll see what we can find for you in a day or two.